Welcome, everyone.
Oh, jeez. Too soon.
Let's play some day and day.
Wow.
I've got too much going on here. I see myself everywhere on all these things right now.
Epic.
But it'll be fun. We'll play the D&D. Yeah. So, sorry. I also have other things to hear going on. That's so stupid. Yeah. Are you guys ready to play tonight? I don't know.
Sure.
I feel like I should have an intro, but I'm not. We're just going to dive into this at this point. Just have a good old time. So this is session 1, and hello all friends. But we will hop in and have more information around this as we go. But for now, we're going to start with you, Amber. Haha, just you and me. All right. You ready?
Absolutely.
All right.
Nah, just kidding.
All right. We start with Amber. Your heart is pounding in your chest as your footsteps echo through the narrow, winding streets of Waterdeep. The weight of the artifact clenched tightly in your hand serves as a constant reminder of the precarious situation you found yourself in. Sweat beads on your forehead as the thrill of the daring heist mingles with the fear of being caught now. Every breath you take feels sharp and ragged. The air heavy with tension and anticipation. Behind you, the guards' relentless pursuit fills the city's alleyways with their inescapable presence. Their voices, harsh and commanding, pierce through the veil of anonymity you desperately try to cling to in this moment. As you are running through these streets, please describe to the rest of us, what do people see? What does Amber look like as she's running through the streets of Waterdeep?
I'm a bit clumsy, but like keeping it moving, but I lose my footing every few steps. I've lost a shoe though. And so that's been a little difficult. But I double socked it, so we're moving along comfortably. And I look like I am just like looking for a missing child. I don't look like I'm running from someone. I just look like I'm looking for someone.
Okay. And to clarify, we're seeing is I think a blonde elf is what a female elf. Cool.
Yeah.
But that was awesome. Loved all that.
Yeah.
Worked with it. Cool. All right. So the sun, not that, yeah. The sun is casting, sun and casting, those two words put together, eerie shadows that dance and flicker along the walls, mocking your every move. The artifact wrapped in a red cloth seems to pulse in your grasp, resonating with an otherworldly power. It's both a testament to your skill and a harrowing reminder of the dangers that lie ahead for you now. With every twist and turn you navigate through the crowded mass of people, your agility allowing you to weave in and out with an uncanny grace, yet somehow awkward for an elf. You're awkward among elves, but among humans, it's graceful, right? The scent of incense and fresh food clashes with the palpable fear that permeates the air, creating a dissonance that heightens your senses. Yet, despite your adeptness at blending into the urban tapestry, the guards remain steadfast, their heavy boots tromping ever closer. You can almost feel their breath on the back of your neck, their determination fueled by the prize that eludes them. With every passing moment, the stakes mount higher, with your escape seems both improbable and imperative. Can you feel the intensity? The pulse desperately echoing through the streets. What is going through Amber's mind right now?
How well she knows the city and what areas she can escape that the guards may not be aware of.
So it's in that moment you're thinking this, like, oh, I could turn down this alley. I could go over here. Oh, I remember around this corner behind this barrels over there. There's actually a door that most people don't know about. You're thinking about these things, looking around at your different options, and then suddenly you crash into a figure standing in front of you in the street. Everything seems to suddenly just move in slow motion. It's a man, grizzled and rough, with a pet lizard on his shoulder. The impact sends you sprawling, and the artifact tumbling from your grasp, slowly flipping in the air, coming out of the cloth. And in that moment, you see it just, as you reach through, you miss it, and it slowly falls, tumbling, and hits the ground. The last thing you see before everything goes dark is the surprised face of the man you ran into, and then a bright flash of white light. And that is the last thing that you remember. And with that, we now go to the rest of the group. All right. Everybody else ready? Amber gets to figure out her fate. All right. In the heart of the city, where the mundane and the magical coexist, a series of events have unfolded for everyone, forever changing the lives of all 6 of you. Collisions of fate and flashes of light brought you together, revealing a hidden world of enchantment beneath the surface. Now known as the Back Alley Brawlers, you are an unlikely team. King Gizzard, Vash, Coley, Frankie, and the unconscious blonde elf that you guys been carrying around for almost a year. You find yourselves bound by shared secrets and common purpose now. You navigate the bustling streets and shadowy alleyways, and lives becoming intricately intertwined with the city that is now your stage, the city of New York. It's 1 year since you all first met in the heart of Chinatown, nestled beneath Newling's beauty spa. You find yourselves in Wohop, a bustling restaurant now known for its unique decor and delicious food. The walls of Wohop are a testament to its storied history, plastered with dollar bills, business cards, and autographed photos. Each piece is a memory, a snapshot of a moment in time, a testament to the countless devoted diners who have visited throughout the years. It's almost like someone is trying to hoard proof that people have visited this location. As you gather around the table, Frankie, Vash, Coley, and King Gizzard. Well, Vash not, I should say. You see Vash climbing down the stairs into the diner. His gaze is focused and determined. Sliding into the empty booth next to the rest of you, he has a triumphant smile on his face. Vash's eyes meet all of yours, filled with enthusiasm and relief. In his hands, he cradles a small metallic device that looks almost like a pocket watch. And he sets it down on the table, looks at all of you, and what do you say, Vash?
Guys, I did it. I did it. I figured it out. It's been a while, but I figured it out. Look.
What am I looking at, Vash?
So Linda, the elf, that's what we named her. So she's been asleep this whole year, right? So I figured if I looked up a couple different ways to awaken her, surely it couldn't be that easy, right? Obviously, there are like ways to magically put people to sleep. So there's got to be a magical way to wake somebody up, right? So I was doing some digging on the dark web, and I found a Reddit post that actually explained that pixie dust is really good about waking people up. So I called a friend, and I posted on Instagram, and somebody got me in contact with a pixie. And she was able to give me a little bit of that dust. So what I did was I imbued it inside this pocket watch, right? So theoretically, I should be able to wind it, and it should wake her up. There's just one problem. If I don't know how long it's gonna last. It's not like a regular watch, so it's like, okay, so it has like 1 through 12. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12. It's got 12 on here, but I don't know how long that's for. If it's a year, a month, a day, an hour, I don't we could find something out. Was this a bad idea?
I don't think so. I mean, we've been waiting a year. We might as well try something and see if we can't wake her up.
Okay, cool. So are you guys done eating? I came down for the noodles.
Yeah, all the bowels gone. We're good.
Oh, okay. We can come back later. Do we want to go try it?
I hand Vash a to-go container of his usual order.
He just slowly slides it off the table.
Okay, we can go now.
Yeah, we're good to go.
You guys easily walk out of Wohop, Frankie leading the way, because you're heading to Maz. You know the way. It's a quick few blocks over, up a few streets over this way. You could take a taxi or something like that, but in this particular case, you like to walk, and it's heading to Maz. And so on your way over to Tribeca, up the few flights of stairs, and you're at the door of Maz, opening it up because you got the key, and into the 2-bedroom apartment that you've lived in for years, heading on in. As you walk in, describe what Ma looks like, because this is your Ma, right?
This is my Ma. Yeah. So Ma, she's very Italian New Yorker that's kind of stuck in that 90s mom. 90s is when she reached her peak hotness, and so she has not stopped with that since then. So she still has the floofy bangs, she still wears the high-waisted jeans, which works out real great in her favor because all that's coming back around now. So now she used to be the weird older lady, and now she's the cool older lady that all the kids like. So she's just low-key chill. We all walk in and she's, hey kids, how y'all doing? You back from the restaurant already? So she's very much that mom.
And since I can't do that voice most of the time, you just picture that whenever it happens. I'm going to say Ma is sitting in a recliner with her cigarette. She, of course, is still wearing she never dresses down, but she's got a spaghetti strap top on. It's leopard print on it. She's just sitting there. What you need? Dinner's not till Sunday. I don't got nothing to feed all y'all with.
We know, Ma. We're not here for dinner. We're gonna go see Linda for a minute.
Okay. I put her in the closet.
In the closet, Ma? We talked about this. She's a person. You can't put her in the closet.
She ain't no different.
You don't think she does, but people talk about it all the time. People hear stuff when they're in a coma. Come on, Ma. And I'm going to the closet and getting Linda out of the closet.
She's there. She's propped comfortably in the closet, but yeah, she's lay her down on the bed. All right, well, I'm gonna go back watching my shows.
All right, Ma. Thanks, Ma.
And she goes back to turning on Jeopardy. No, it's a Wheel of Fortune. I'm pretty sure Wheel of Fortune kind of in this moment going on.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
All right.
Okay, wait, Vash, before you do anything else, I just need to know, where did you get the pixie dust? Specifically from whom or what area?
Oh, I'm supposed to not tell anybody.
It's not gonna work. I'm gonna need you to tell me.
Yeah, I can't tell you.
Okay. Team group effort to bring her back.
Yeah, I did.
I don't want her to be poisoned. I'm really gonna need you to tell me.
I'm sure it's very reliable. It's 100%. Yeah.
No, that's what they want you to think.
Who's they?
Exactly. I need to know.
You scare me.
Good.
So I'm looking at the map now, so I can tell you exactly where I got it from.
Well,
But I had to zoom in for it. Oh no, he's rolling for me.
I rolled. No, I was rolling to determine something. Vash, Roll me an insight check, friend.
Oh no, this is never good. Wait, what is my insight? Hold on a second. Lord have. Oh, awesome. We are good with a +1, ladies and gentlemen. We are rocking and rolling right out the gate. My first roll of the night, and it's an 18 +1, so we got a 19.
Okay. Let me send you a quick direct message.
Okay.
I feel
Slide
like
in my DMs. Let's go.
I'm about to slide in your DMs over here. I got to hop on the other side of it.
Come on, Ma, let's talk. Which DM? I have like 9 things open right now.
Okay. Discord. Send it to Discord. There you go.
Okay. All right.
So, I was actually in the theater district to get it because that's where pixies like to be, apparently, because there's a lot of food around from what I hear. Apparently, they like food a lot. So I picked it up there in the theater district. She was very nice, small but nice. But she said it should be fine.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
Okay. Vash takes out the pocket watch. He takes out a tool of some sort, not one that you've seen before, because it's not like a screwdriver, or it's not. Kind of imagine like a 2-pronged fork with a third prong bent inwards. And he starts doing some finagling on the thing. He starts turning the thing back. Okay. He pulls out, there's a long chain on it, and he puts the chain on over her neck and just goes, and that should be it. I don't really know how magic works, but we'll see.
As he says that, like, last words, like, we'll see, all of a sudden you hear behind you, I imagine you laid Amber on a bed or something. I don't know.
No, we just left her stuff in a closet. It's fine,
Still,
guys.
it's fine, whatever. You hear behind you just this, and this look up. Amber, you sit upright in the bed. You are now you were previous to this in some, what we would consider medieval world, like everything like that. You're now in this small room that, bright fabrics, posters on the wall. I'm guessing, Frankie, what kind of posters? I'm guessing it's your room. What kind of posters might you have in the room? Describe what the room would look like in your Tribeca apartment that Amber's in.
There's no posters.
Okay.
It's just, it's pretty simple. I don't spend a whole bunch of time there anymore.
Okay.
But it's just, there's a bed, there's some random, very weird artwork on the walls that one might find just along the street.
Cool. And you look around and you see 4 individuals standing there staring at you. Describe to Amber what she sees. We'll start with you, Frankie, since I had you talking already.
So I am for all intents and purposes, I'm a human. I'm just a redheaded woman standing there in front of you.
Well, she would be able to see into the magic side of things.
Then you see that I have a slightly green tinge to my skin, and my ears are just a little bit pointed. So you can see that I have some elf to me.
And what is Frankie wearing today, though?
I just got done at the restaurant, right? So I just have my black Woo Hop t-shirt on with some jeans. My hair's thrown back into a ponytail. I just got done working as a waitress at the restaurant. So a little grungy. I smell like Chinese food.
Definitely an
Delicious.
odd attire for you, Amber, in this particular go.
Jeans, sneakers, t-shirt.
And then Vash.
You see in front of you a tall metallic individual. Think Isaac from Orville. No facial expression, just a metal shield, bald head of metal, 2 glowing yellow eyes, and a slit that goes from the center up, but it doesn't move. There's no jaw. It just lights up whenever I talk. You see I'm in a big, oversized jacket hoodie type thing, and very baggy, bulky and whatnot. Metallic hands and sweatpants with some Reeboks on. And if I could smile, you would assume I was smiling.
He kind of has a perma smile just because of the way it always goes.
Yeah,
So just, if
exactly.
it talks into that way, kind of a doing of it.
Yep.
Coley, what does Amber see?
Yeah, so I'm leaning back against the wall with my arms crossed. I've got one foot back and the other foot forward, and I'm in like a punk rock outfit. So I have black hair that's down to my shoulders, and then I've got on like fishnet stockings and chunky boots, and then like, what time of year is it again?
I'm gonna say, well, it's seasonably hot is what it was a year ago, so we're in the middle of the summer. We'll say.
Okay, yeah,
it's this time of year right now. It's
So,
the middle
yeah,
of summer.
I've got black leather shorts on, and then like a crop top, band tee, and then a bunch of necklaces like that kind of all hang down, and then rings.
And then off to the side is Gizzard. What does she see with you, King Gizzard?
So,
Oh,
You muted yourself. Perfect timing.
what's that?
you muted yourself and then started talking.
I thought I unmuted. My bad. Good now.
Yep.
Good. Right. So, he's kind of tall, lots of facial hair, and his hair is kind of thinning, but also long, and he's just absolutely filthy. The hair's sticking out of the side of the Boston Red Sox cap, and he's got a T-shirt on that he got from the Salvation Army down the street that says "Go Heart Your Own City." But he's looking at you with wild eyes because he recognizes you from running into him in his home water.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So as you went around, you kind of caught each one of these people as you're waking up suddenly, and you see there this guy with the hat, and on his shoulder he has a lizard, and it is the same guy that you ran into your last memory, honestly. So this is your first moment waking up. What's going through your head? What do you say, Amber?
I mean, I'm taking everyone in, and the thing I remember the most is the lizard on the shoulder, and wondering if I was attacked by this lizard. So I think the lizard has, the lizard's the bad guy at this point for me. And everyone else, I'm not really processing and just kind of hyper focused on that lizard. But I was pretty comfortable in the closet before, so my body's not too stiff, because at least I wasn't horizontal for a year, so that was helpful. So my legs aren't too bad, but
I will say this: the reason it took magic to wake you up, it was clearly magic that had kept you asleep. So it was less than just you weren't like in a coma. You were in a magical held state for a year of slumber.
Also, you missed it, but we 100% weekend at Bernie's you and took you all around.
incredible.
Well, because there were a lot of holidays. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
you have to. You have to.
So got to pick
So
you
we
up.
made sure your muscles didn't atrophy.
We have
Yeah,
great
no,
photos.
I feel great. So I'm really looking forward to seeing those albums.
So yeah, you now have this blonde elf is now awake, sitting there staring at you as you guys all stare at each other. If anybody wants to break the silence, go for it.
I'm gonna kind of elbow Vash and be like, "Oh shit, dude, it worked."
Uh-oh. Yeah. Hi, Linda.
Who's Linda?
Well, that's what we named you because we didn't know what your name was. So we named you Linda.
Okay. Where am I? What's happening? Why is there a lizard in the room?
Sorry. Hey,
Why is
you're
there a
at
lizard I
Mom's house.
remember?
That's the lizard wizard. He's mine.
Lizard wizard?
Lizard wizard. He's a wizard.
Is that how did I get here?
You tell me.
Yeah. So about a year ago, we were hanging out.
A
at
year
restaurant.
ago.
Yeah, it's been a year. You've been pretty much asleep. We thought it was a coma, but typically most people are
dead after a year in a coma. So I thought you were a vegetable, but we kept you around anyways because we thought you were pretty nice and you were breathing, so it couldn't have been that bad. And we couldn't really take you to a hospital. So it's been about a year. We were hanging out at a restaurant one day, just like we normally do, and Frankie was there, and Coley was there, and you and King Gizzard came in a flash of light out of the sky. You were face down in the gutters. There was the lizard, which is still weird after a year, and then King Gizzard, who is also still weird after a year. But at the same time, they were both, you guys both showed up, but he was conscious and you weren't. So, and then some guys showed up in some trench coats and some purple vests, and they started chasing after us, and then we ran away, and then King Gizzard saved us allegedly, and then we brought you back to Ma's house because we didn't know where else to put you, because that I have a very small apartment, so I don't have a lot of room, but we kept you around because we were hoping to figure out more about you, and Gizzard said we needed to keep you, so that's where we are. Yeah,
I know you don't breathe, but take a breath, sweetie. You're
yeah.
overwhelming the girl.
Sorry, I was just trying to I think that covered it. Sorry.
So let's start with, I'm Frankie. This is Vash. This is Coley. And this is King Gizzard. What's your name?
My name is Amber. But did you happen to find anything on me when you found me? Anything that might seem like it could... I don't want to... Anything like a pretty rock? Anything of that nature?
I didn't see anything. I'll be real with you. That was the first day that I realized that like magic existed. So I was kind of having an existential crisis myself.
I'm still having an existential crisis because I still can't believe I'm here and not back home Waterdeep. It's not. I don't like it.
Oh, yeah. Amber, I don't know if you figured this out yet or not, but you're not in Waterdeep anymore. You're in New York City, and you're at my mom's apartment.
Where is New York City?
It's in New York, which is in the United States of America, which is on the continent of North America, on the planet Earth. I still haven't figured out where this fool's from, and I point to King Gizzard. He's not very helpful. These are the things that I know right now.
She tells me all these things. I still know Earth are all nothing. I know nothing.
Come on, dude. I've showed you pictures. I've taken you to the planetarium.
I can't believe pictures. What, pictures, phones, watches, what, nothing.
Coley knows a lot. She could probably help you out.
I didn't see anything on you.
I don't know if I believe that.
Roll me an insight check, Amber. And Coley, roll a deception check. It's a straight up whoever rolls higher.
If Vash could sweat, he'd be sweating right now.
18.
3.
She's lying through her fucking teeth.
Oh wait, 6 because I had a +3 modifier.
You had a +3 modifier for deception and still lost
Can't forget
it.
that 3.
Yeah. So you pretty clearly know in this moment.
Technically, I did not see anything on her.
Around.
There might have been something.
Care to elaborate?
I don't know what happened to it.
Didn't you pick up that thing that was on the ground?
I can't remember.
Oh yeah, you did.
You did.
Oh, okay.
You did.
I think I tried to hide picking it
In
up.
this moment, we go to a flashback to a year ago. Woo, 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 woo. Amber Gold is laying on the ground. King Gizzard is interacting with Frankie. Vash is in the corner. And Coley, you notice at the feet of Amber is a small cylindrical object that has a symbol on the front of it with a ratchet and a hammer. Not a ratchet, a
Hammer and a wrench.
Hammer and a wrench with a gear behind it, and then the rest of the cylinder is covered in all these different runes. And we all see in this flashback Coley kind of walk over there, sneakily try to reach over and pick it up. Vash sees it and says, "Hey, can I see that?" And she says no and sticks it in her purse.
That's right. I
And
remember now.
flashback to today.
Great segue. Great segue. Nice to know.
Yeah. Yeah, I might have seen something.
Noted.
Frankie, give me a perception check real quick. Just don't roll low.
Okay. It would help if I rolled it in the box. 13?
Sure.
Okay.
You guys have been sitting here kind of good 5, 10, 15 minutes. You're hearing a commercial break on the TV in the other room, and you know Ma's normally one to come and meddle. She's not one to just sit around. She still hasn't bugged you yet.
Well, this is the point where I'm going to turn to Amber and be like, "Honey child, you've been asleep for a year. Are you hungry? My mother would kill me if I didn't offer you food at this point in time."
I'd love some porridge.
Is that like oatmeal?
I don't know what oatmeal is.
I'm just going to kind of turn and look at like Coley and be like, "Is that like oatmeal?"
Yeah, like steel cut oats or grit. That could work.
I'm gonna make you some oatmeal. And I'm gonna go into the other room so that I can go check on Ma, because clearly, like, why hasn't she come in yet? And also see if I can't find something for Amber to eat.
Won't split the party.
It's a 2-bedroom apartment. That's not splitting the party.
Exactly. Nothing can be trusted.
That's how it all starts.
This entire campaign of just you guys walking around like holding hands the whole time. Don't split the party.
Not go far from me.
Hilarious. Anyways, okay, Frankie, you walk into the other room, and as you kind of walk down the short hallway, you can see the living room in the front piece. Kitchen is off to your right. It's a small galley kitchen. Super, sink, fridge, a stove, and about a foot of counter space. That's kind of what you have there, everything around it. But you look in there and you see Ma sitting back in the recliner, TV's on, cigarette in hand, and she's not moving, and there's about a good 2 inches of ash on her cigarette.
Ma, we talked about falling asleep while smoking. And I go and I like take the cigarette out of her hand and kind of like in front of her face to be like,
and she's just eyes open, but no one's home.
I kind of smack her a little bit.
She is as lifelike yet still stiff as Amber was before she had the watch put on her.
Vash, you broke Ma.
What? I've been here the whole time. I'm in trouble.
What's wrong?
Well, you woke up Amber, but now Ma's asleep.
Crap.
What do you mean crap?
Well, the pixie that I got the dust from, she basically said that there might be some complications.
Vash, you didn't think to say this before we put the necklace on Amber?
I was really excited because I got the thing. How bad could it be? She just doesn't wake up. I didn't think it would put.
Well,
a
look
lot of
at
sleep.
Ma.
She looks peaceful. At least she's not smoking.
But she would have burned down the house if I hadn't come out here.
Well, I'm glad we're here then. Why don't we just let her sleep?
Vash, this is not acceptable.
I can go see if I can get another one. I can ask. I
If you get another one, then who's going to go to sleep after that?
Well, I don't know, but if we don't know them, does it matter?
Yes.
Why?
You can't just randomly go around putting people to sleep.
I mean, it seems peaceful.
Vash, no.
It
Okay,
depends on the person that falls asleep.
right. What happens if we get a bad guy next time? You don't know.
Can you control it, Vash?
Why? I can ask.
It's been a year. Can you control it, Vash? Then no. You need to go to this pixie and find out how we get Ma back awake without putting someone else back to sleep, including Amber.
Okay, let me send a text and see if I can get a hold of it. Excuse me, just a second.
And I walk over into a little corner and start texting.
And I go into the kitchen and find Amber something to eat.
While that's happening, Amber, Coley, King Gizzard, what are you guys talking about in the other room?
Who were you running from when you ran into me?
Why do you have a lizard on your shoulder?
Because he's my best friend, and he's actually my only friend. And who were you running from?
I think the better question is why Coley won't answer my question about the item in your pocket.
I'm gonna go see if Frankie needs help in the kitchen. And I walk out.
Everybody avoiding conversation. Everybody's sus.
We've all been
Everybody
together.
is sus.
We've all been together for a year. Amber wakes up and we know nothing about each other. We're like, how dare you?
Yeah.
Did I
Doesn't matter.
hear King Gizzard say that the lizard is his only friend?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that a
A
little
small apartment, right?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
a small.
holler back. I'm gonna holler back and be like, "Only friend my ass, bitch."
You hear Vash.
I mean, I love you.
Vash under his breath is like,
I just make my own friends.
Literally, little mechanical friends that he makes on a regular basis. Sure. Who are you texting, Vash?
oh. So a friend of mine, actually, this guy was located. Where is this at? Green. Out in Central Park was my contact.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was the guy, person that I spoke with. They had gotten in touch with me over the social medias and answered and got me in contact with the Pixies in the theater district down in Times Square. It's a strange fellow. He said it's interesting because there's some things in Central Park that I'm sure we'll find out about travel that are very interesting. So he jumps around a lot. His name's Revniak,
Okay.
and that's it. And he was very nice and very helpful. His guards were pretty brutal.
Yeah. When you text him, what do you text him?
I text him, hey, do you have the number to that pixie? I need to make another one of those things.
Okay. Roll a persuasion.
Yep. Oh God, man, I suck at persuasion too. That is not good. Ooh, a 2 plus 3. I got plus 1. I got 3. Yeah, nailed it.
All you get back is a text back that says no refunds.
Tap. What if I wanted to get more?
He's like, You want no more. That's what it says on there.
That's it. Okay, Bash kind of turns around.
So my contact says he doesn't have any more. So we can go see if we can find a pixie.
I thought that's how you got this. Are you saying you went through a pixie dealer, Vash?
Well, no, she wasn't the dealer. She was the contact for the dealer. So it was his contact. So I got a hold of him. Well, actually, he got a hold of me, and then I got a hold of yes. Mm-hmm.
That means that you used the dealer. Haven't we talked about this before?
He seemed nice.
Who's the dealer?
His name's Revniak. He's
We're
out in
going
Central Park.
Dealer.
Okay. We can go. I'd hate to just jump in on him. That would be rough.
Well, then I need you to stay and set up a meet.
Okay, let me see if let me
No.
message him. No? Okay.
No.
Do you
know
have another way
someone.
that we can wake up Mama?
I know someone.
Oh, see? I knew Coley would know.
I know someone. But I don't know where she is. We'd have to go and find her.
Well, let's go find her. And at this point, like, I'm walking back into the room with Amber's oatmeal.
Let her
It's
eat
just
first.
plain oatmeal, some like brown sugar on it. I don't know if this is porridge, but
Did you ask her if she had any allergies?
fill you up. Nah.
Just allergic
Great,
to king
thank you.
gizzard lizards.
Yeah, lizards.
All right. So, Amber, you're able to get your hot bowl of oatmeal porridge slop. You take it down, and yeah, I guess on your side, it's up to you if you want to go with these, but you do know that one of them has something that might be of value to you. So, might be willing to stick around for this. But you also now have this watch around your neck that you can hear just kind of tick, 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 going as well. Coley, you know somebody. I'm curious, who are you? Because you got a long ass list of people you might be able to. My brain's like, I got to prep.
Do I have to say it?
I will just. Where are you heading? I guess would be the.
Well, I don't know. We have to go search for her. But she's guaranteed to be where there's good food.
Okay. I mean, you can message me directly, text me if you want to, and I can tell you where you're going. Or you go
Okay.
ahead, or I'll put it in your lap. So where do you guys head off to? Where are you looking?
Shannon checks her notes.
I know. Well, checks her notes, and I'm like, okay. All right. Sure. That's canon now. Yeah, tell me where you think she might be.
Nah, well, I think she's probably been hanging out in, last I heard anyway, she was hanging out around the Black Cats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could probably find her at the Touch Tavern if you guys wanted to head that way. So Coley says, guys, I think we need a drink. And you guys kind of start following her. She's able to hop on, follow her out. You guys go down to the next subway, hop in it, take the train up, and you get out at right across from the New York City Public Library, but on the opposite side of the street. And you walk up about 2 blocks, and Amber, as you've been following these guys around, it's interesting. You're hearing people talking all around you, and none of it is in a language you understand. Like, these guys have been able to talk to you for the most part, but like, you're looking at the words, it's all gibberish everywhere you go. This is not a language you've ever been used to. King Gizzard, you've been around for a year. You've kind of picked up on it for the most part and everything, but this English language that they tell you that they're all speaking and catching on there, like they've been talking to you now in common. Frankie, you picked it up a little bit since your friends are now in there. What you actually thought was Chinese and Japanese at times by the chefs at Wohop was actually common. That was spoken by Amber and these other ones. And as you got in there and realized that they're all Dragonborns that were cooking there, one of these things you felt comfortable with. But Amber, you're looking around everything like this, but then you look up ahead on the street and a sign is kind of sticking out, and you can easily read this in common, and it says The Touched Tavern above it. And you see Coley's heading straight for it, and she opens up this big mahogany door, and everybody...
Oh, shit, wait. We need to get some hot dogs. Is there a cart across the street?
There's a cart up a few blocks on the corner.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna run off to the hot dog cart and buy like 8 hot dogs.
Perfect.
With all the fixings.
Easily enough. Just regular hot dogs, right? Yeah. So
with all the fixings.
Oh, okay, with all the fixings. Yeah, you're able to peel off cash, hand it to them. They hand it to you. You got all this carry around it. And, of course, you know what's normally in the hot dog carts, but you grab that and head back and walk in, and you see Frankie, Amber, King Gizzard, and Vash all sitting around the table here in the Touch Tavern. The rest of you, as you walked in past this mahogany door, you saw this vast tavern inside Amber, very much Doctor Who style, like bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. Even the door on the outside was just kind of the old, but you walk in and it's not like, oh, I went down a hallway and then it opened up. It's like, no, you walk inside and it's immediately huge on the inside. Very magical kind of a situation going on here. In the middle of this tavern is looks like a oversized well, in a sense, of like this hole in the floor with a wall around it, and then against the back wall is kind of the bar where everything's, and then just tables all around, and then there's a balcony up above where more tables are and stuff there too. And as you look around in here, as you're going down the street in the subway, every now and then you might like have seen an elf here or there. You might have seen a dwarf, a couple of gnomes, and some even more exotic in mind of magical people that you'd see here and there. But when you walk in here, you can just feel everybody inside of this room is magical. Everybody inside of here is, they're dragonborns, there's Aarakocra, there's all these different types of people going on in this moment. Elves, everybody's just in here drinking, having a good time. Behind the bar is this huge Goliath, and on top of his head he has just the tiniest little black top hat, and he's just serving drinks as he's going from all of this. And you guys, Coley, you see they're sitting off to the side. Everybody's already got a drink and they're sitting down as you sit down with 8 hot dogs.
Oi, do you know where Ivory's at?
Right as a waiter walks up, this half-orc gentleman, he looks at you and goes, what time is it? Looking down at his wrist when he doesn't even have a watch on. And he goes,
past the hair.
And he's like, she normally doesn't get in here till later if she does show up, so she'll probably be here in a little bit if she does. And why? You want to talk to her?
Yeah, I've got some hot dogs for her.
I'll get her attention. All right, if I see her, I'll let her know. And he walks off. Can I get anything else for you guys?
I'll take whatever they're having.
Okay. I'll get another round for everyone. I'll come back. And heads off. Comes back in a few minutes, and he has huge margarita glasses, umbrellas coming out, all that. Sits it down all around the rest of you guys. Anybody want any food? None? Good. Okay. He walks off. That way I don't have to take orders from all you guys. You already ate earlier.
We got hot dogs. We're fine.
Those hot dogs are not for you.
It's okay. I don't eat.
If you want some, they're out there.
I don't eat. I'm fine. Thank you.
It's about 30, 40 minutes later, as you guys are all sitting there, when all of a sudden the door opens and in flies this small pixie. She is dressed in a Barbie flight attendant outfit. Has a backpack on her back, small backpack too with that, and she just flies in and sits down at the bar sits down on the bar, I'd say, from a distance. But then you guys realize, no, there's actually a small chair and table on the bar just designed for her. And you see her start talking with the bartender, laughing, all this stuff. And yeah, she's over there at the bar.
All right, stay here. I'll be right back. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to take the hot dogs over and slide in next to Ivory on the side where, that is kind of like her blind side, and just kind of set the hot dogs there and then wave to the whiff of the smell of the hot dogs.
You see her, she just turns and looks at you and sees it's you, Coley, and goes, "You have my attention."
Yeah, we're
clearly you want something. What can I do for you?
We just need some information.
8 hot dogs worth of information. Okay.
Okay. So, we had some magical issues with this gal over here, Amber. And she came here from Waterdeep and was knocked out cold for the last year. And then this guy over here, Vash, went and bought some back alley pixie dust. And
From who?
Ma is asleep.
Who did he get the pixie dust from?
Vash. Answer.
You went to the bar. I'm sitting at the table. I didn't move.
No,
You
She's
should stay
calling
here.
your ass over.
we're all sitting at the bar.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, cool.
Vash.
Again,
Vash.
I was in my phone. I got stuff to do. I got social medias to post, people. Okay.
Yeah.
Answer the pixie. Politely.
Where did you get the pixie dust from?
The theater district.
Name?
No. Vash.
So you got some back alley pixie dust from some bitches? And she looks at you, Coley, and goes, "What? You have him talking to other pixies whenever you know me? Are you serious?"
He did not ask before he went and got it.
This is some bullshit.
You telling me?
This is some bullshit.
Throw hands at him.
What did she look like?
A pixie. Oh,
Color were her wings.
Oh, yeah. They
And
were
I bet
bright-
to you, we all just look the same.
Yes, you do.
She just looks at you, Coley, goes like, with this like look of like, motherfucker, I'm about to throw some hands.
Completely just has nothing. Just
I'm gonna reach into my bag and I'm gonna pull out a new Barbie outfit and hold it up in front of her.
the bribery is real.
She's like, you see her start calming down. She was getting angry for a second there, and Coley, you knew you needed to calm her down in that moment, or things could have gotten really seriously bad.
Yeah, it's got a yellow tutu. I don't think you have this one yet, do you?
I do not. I've been looking for that. That is summertime ballerina Barbie, if I'm right.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my gosh, what can I do for you, Coley?
So we need to wake up Ma, and we need something. I mean, Amber said there's some kind of ticking or something around her neck. So what can you do to help us?
And she's like looking at Vash, just like with seething in her eyes, but she's like, well, anything that he would do with pixie dust is only going to be temporary. And it sounds like he probably pissed off the pixie he talked to. So instead of curing temporarily, it passed it on temporarily. So you have 2 options. One, you can just wait, and then the curse will go back to the other person. Or you can get the curse removed. Those are your 2 options.
What will we need to do that?
Well, one is wait, and the other one is find somebody that could remove a curse.
Or the other one. And I'll throw in a pair of the matching shoes.
Oh, dear God. Okay, well, I know somebody, but let's just say things could get tricky, but it would be permanent.
Can you elaborate?
Well, magic isn't just a magic solves everything, right? Like, everybody likes to say just magic at it, but you can't just magic it. So, there's chances that things could happen. Trades might be made. I don't know, but if I was to guarantee anybody that could make this happen for you, it would have to be Carmilla that could do that for you. So, you need to go talk to Carmilla von Snap. So, otherwise known as the Senora of Soho. You've heard of her, right? You can't be bringing me exquisite clothing like this and you don't know about Carmilla.
Yeah, I might know her.
Okay. Go talk to Carmilla. As always, she's good at wishes. She's good at curses. But anybody that deals in that, I don't trust. I'll just put it that way. If you can remove a curse and you can grant a wish, just saying.
All right.
And as she does that, she kind of grabs the Barbie outfit from you, and also two arms slides all the hot dogs off to the side, and she goes, "I'll expect the shoes in a few days."
Oh no, I've got them. Don't say I don't repay my debts.
For that, you can tell Carmilla I sent you.
Okay.
All right. Now I have work to do here, so please be on your way.
Of course.
And you see her immediately grab the first hot dog, like jaw detaches and just down in that moment.
All right. I'm going to go back at the bar, and kind of corral everyone in and say, okay, I know where we need to go next. And then give them all the information.
We didn't happen to ask if we knew how long this was going to last. I really don't want to
need another hot dog. Get the answer to that.
With Amber, and then just have her stop again.
Vash, give me either an intelligence or an arcana check, whichever one you want to do on that. You're the one that made this.
Oh, I know.
We could always just make her go back to sleep.
Intelligence or arcana, you said, right?
You can stand up for yourself if you want to, Amber, in this. You're there at the table, too.
I would prefer not, but I bet you would wish I'd stop asking you questions, so.
That's a 20 for arcana. Dirty 20.
Like you said, there's the hands on it and stuff. If she opens that up and looks, you can kind of see where the hand's moving back to basically 0 on that. So in this moment, if you wanted to look at it, you could see how fast time is moving on that for her. Kind of a clicking down.
Vash goes and opens the thing and explains. He's like, this is the timer, right? We have this long. I don't know whether it's months, days, weeks, but as we can see, it's already taken a little bit off. So we have limited time.
So if you had to guess, though, are we talking 12 minutes? Are we talking 12 days? How much time have we lost so far? Is she gonna pass that on the subway?
Yeah, with you looking at that, you probably got about 48 hours.
We have about 48 hours.
All right. So where are we going, Coley? Soho?
Soho.
Soho?
Soho we go.
Heave ho. All right.
Heave ho, off to Soho.
The problem is I don't know where Soho is, and I'm looking at the map and I can't find it.
Control F.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I see it.
You could just bring up a map of New York. It's the same as in the magical world.
I see it now.
Where is Soho? So with that being said, let me go down here. Cool. So, 1 second here. I need to roll something. Cool. So you guys, you want to go to Soho like right now?
Well, I mean, unless you want to go back to sleep, we should probably get a move on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say let's go now.
Cool. So as you guys walk out of the Touch Tavern, you start heading back to, the subway entrance about 2 blocks down. And as you start walking down that way, King Gizzard, you see this homeless guy kind of walking along and towards you guys as this is all happening. And he's definitely inebriated, but he's walking closer to you, and you see him kind of make an eye at you in this moment and kind of perk up, and he goes, "Fuck the Red Sox."
Yeah, maybe, probably. I don't know. I don't care. It's just a hat.
And then take it off.
Fuck you.
And you see in that moment he starts to like conjure and cast everything. Vash. Give me a quick insight in this moment.
21.
Okay, yeah, dude's about to cast about a first level spell of some sort on you, probably like a firebolt in this moment. Also with that insight, you realize you're right across the street from the New York City Public Library, which is kind of not a good or safe place to be casting magic in this city.
I take the hat off and throw it at him.
All right. Let me see if it not. In that moment, you see him dodge quickly, drunken style in the moment, and I'm going to need everyone to roll for initiative real quick.
Yeah.
Bumfights.com sponsored D&D podcast.
Yep. Yeah, that works. No, that's too big of a... Sorry.
What, that's too big of a bum? What?
Yeah, it was way too big of a bum.
Fair.
What's going on this one? So yeah, he was trying to cast a magic missile in that moment. So we'll do that. Okay. What did he roll? Okay, where is my marker? Cool. All right. Let's start high. Anybody roll higher than a 20 on initiative?
21.
Dude. Okay, so we got Frankie and then Amber. And okay, who thinks they got next after 21?
18.
18. Then we got, okay. Then we got Vash. And then Coley. 13. What'd you get, Coley?
Yeah.
14.
All right, so then
Nice.
Coley and King Gizzard. I love it. So yeah, your surprise round was throwing your hat. So this guy is going to cast magic missile at you, and his can I open a new link in new tab? I can. Okay, I need that. And it's 3 of those, right? So he starts off the round, which, oh crap. I'm trying to roll these. I wasn't expecting to be doing 4, 5, 8, 9. You take 9 points of force damage, King Gizzard, as these 3 missiles go ping, 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 as he hits you. And he's like, "Fire red socks!" real loud as each one of them hits you in that moment. And with that, we go to Frankie. So you just seen, this drunk guy kind of come up and just cast magic missile 3 times, and each one hit King Gizzard.
I'm gonna turn on. I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
And just be like, "What the fuck are you doing? You want to catch these goddamn hands?"
I love the vicious mockery of that. How does that work? What do I do? Roll a con, I think?
I think you have a wisdom save.
Okay, wisdom. 13. I rolled a 15.
Ooh, yeah, he is. Yeah.
He just said, "Your mom kisses us!" All right. I think, is that all your turn? You got action, bonus action, any movement? For this, since we're just doing theater of mind, you just tell me if you want to be in melee range or out of melee range. And that's how we'll work this.
I'm coming up at him.
Okay. So, vicious mockery style. All right. Amber, so you just saw the lizard dude get hit with 3 missiles, and you hear Frankie yell something about catching hands, and the guy yelling about ma and some woolen socks that are red. Why does this guy hate socks so much? What's going on here? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna cast Misty Step and just disappear behind a dorm frame about 30 feet away.
Okay. Love it. So Amber is hiding. All right, Vash.
I back up 5 feet.
Okay.
And I put my arm up, and I put my hand on it, and I cast magic missile from my wrists, and I shoot off multiple little straight at him.
Perfect. Yeah, magic missile I think just hits. So
just hits.
Yeah. So how much is that?
2 damage.
Okay. Okay.
And then I don't think I can do anything. Nope, I'm good. That's it.
All right. Coley, you are up.
I am going to yell, "You fools. Why would you do this in front of the New York Library? We need to get out of here now."
Okay.
And then I'm going to try and encourage them to run away with me.
All right. So you start turning and running towards the subway, basically.
Yeah.
All that. All right. King Gizzard, you're up.
Oh,
This is your moment.
I'm charging him.
Go for
I'm
it.
gonna reach into my pockets. I'm gonna pull out 2 telescoping batons and extend them and charge and swing at this guy.
Go for it.
22 for the first one.
That hits.
And then that's for 6 damage.
Okay.
And then bonus action, I'll swing again for 2 weapon fighting. And 17.
That hits.
And 4 plus 8.
Yeah, you guys see King Gizzard just kind of look at Coley yelling and turn around, sees Amber disappear. Frankie's kind of running into this with it. Vash is off with his phone. He's yelling, "World Star!" Anyways.
Nice.
And you just see King Gizzard reach in his pocket and say, whack, kind of almost Loki style. Hands come out and he suddenly has the batons and he runs up and you just go whack, whack across this guy, and just blood spits out across his face out into the middle of the street, hits a car as it is driving by, and this guy kind of pops up. Holy shit. And he, in that moment, he is going to... Yeah, what does he want to do?
I don't know. Did you ask him?
I don't know. I'm trying to think how much of a hole this guy is. He's just a drunk wizard.
The worst kind of wizards.
Yeah. He's like, he shakes his hand. He's like, I didn't want. Throws up a little bit, and then he casts hold person on you, King Gizzard. You need to cast a wisdom saving throw, DC 13.
Oh, awesome. 12.
12. Yeah, you immediately, like, you're ready to pounce again, and immediately, like, you can just feel it's like somebody just, magical figure has just, like, full-on bear hugged you in this moment. And this guy is just standing there, like, blood coming out of his nose. He's missing a tooth. Kind of. He's like, dude, I just don't like the Red Sox. It's not a big deal. Frankie, you're up. You've seen King Gizzard full on stiff board.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my knife as any good New Yorker would, and I'm gonna stab him.
Roll to attack with advantage because he's focused on King Gizzard.
Thank you.
Frankie out here with her shank.
Don't fuck with me. 14.
14 hits.
Thank you. 3 plus 2 piercing.
Okay. Describe his demise.
Oh God.
So I just kind of like get real up close to him and I just stab him and I go, it's not that fucking serious. And I like kind of push him back down to the ground. And then I go to follow Coley on the subway. Just real nonchalant too.
Frankie just like comes up and shakes him. She's like, shh.
I was gonna say it was full on just shaking. Sets him down like he's a homeless guy against a deal.
It's
pulls
not
his
that serious.
her knife off, wipes it off on his pants, puts it away.
You saw this?
Yeah, King Gizzard, in that moment, you feel like everything kind of let go as you see Frankie's wiping off the knife and just turns around and starts walking off to the subway.
And I turn and I look at him and I go, yeah, that lizard's the only friend you fucking got. And like keep walking to the subway.
I turned to the lizard and I said, you could have stopped him. What the hell are you doing? Like, thanks, dude. Thanks.
King Gizzard, give me a perception check real quick.
You gotta unmute.
I'm gonna say it's bad. Give me a second.
Actually, give me a group perception check, because I imagine you guys all head off to the subway together at this point.
I got a 10.
10? Okay.
15.
15? All right.
18.
18?
I got a nat 1 because I'm clearly in my own victory headspace right now.
15.
15. Okay. You clearly have like you have your own like theme song in your head going on, like badass bitch walking, like
It's the Rocky theme.
Yeah.
Let's be very clear.
Amber, you rolled an 18, right? So you're the
Yes, I
highest of
did.
this. So I'll say it's with you. Everybody's kind of going down. You're kind of taking up the rear, and as you start to walk down the stairs, you see the front doors of the New York City Public Library burst open, and out comes like 2 or 3 guards, and they're immediately like looking across the street, just like looking around as you kind of just finish walking down into the subway. They did not notice you or anybody.
Perfect.
With that being said, you guys get on the subway and you're able to take a couple lines and you're on your way to Soho in the moment.
What are we doing on this train? Taking a couple lines?
Yeah,
I
that
heard
too.
the same thing.
Yeah, subway lines, transfer here, snort there.
Using up some of the pixie dust.
Stole some of the wizard's cocaine.
So I don't know if you guys want to chat while you're on the subway or not. I can give you an opportunity if you want to about what happened there, but
For the record, he told me to take the hat off.
Yeah.
I took it off.
Okay.
Yeah,
Also,
but I
I don't
told
have
you
my
we
hat
were
in.
gonna get in fucking trouble wearing that goddamn hat around
Don't
here.
Start fights in front of the New York City Library.
Why?
With magic, never, ever.
Why?
What are we whying and who are we whying? I'm confused.
I just, she said not to
Okay.
start fights.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not one to start a
Never,
fight.
never, ever magic in front of the New York Library.
Do we not do it in Soho either?
Soho is different.
Why?
But
Who were those people that came out
what people?
when we were leaving? There were people in cloaks that came out of the library.
Y'all know that's the Shadovar's area, right?
I just got here.
Nobody asked you.
Immediately, Vash looks down and starts Googling Shadovar.
Bash, you should know by now.
Ooh.
Vash,
None of you.
nothing
None of you?
nothing on Google's.
Nothing? Okay.
But if you want to open up your other app,
My other app? Yep. Okay. I'll just start reading.
you've got a few choice sites that you've found over time that gives you a little background information.
Okay. We're just gonna say. Let's just say that the Shadovar are. We could call them a cult, but they worship a different kind of magic than what we use, and they want to get rid of our magic. So it's a really bad idea to use magic in front of their fucking warehouse district, whatever the hell you call it. What is the name? I can't think of the name because y'all have got me so rattled.
The library?
No, yes, it's a library, but that's not what it is. That's their like headquarters, their evildoers hideout, the place that they go to like make plans and do bad things to people. You don't go there to do that.
Coley, that's why I stabbed him. Chill.
No, he was nothing. He was a drunk dude. No, I'm talking about the people that she saw come out the doors. Those are the people that we need to stay away from.
I just look at like King Gizzard and Bash. I'm like, y'all in fucking trouble. I didn't use no goddamn magic. I just
Definitely didn't use any magic. Like I just smacked him in the face. That's, and he also. Nah, I threw the hat. Fuck it.
Vash, you know, as you've been searching now, like, yeah, you're making some connections here.
Yep.
Even making connections to the first night you guys met and the guy that showed up there.
Yep. So more than likely, those guys were shades, which was probably a problem. That's interesting. Those guys, Amber, what did they look like? You said they were cloaked? I know.
Getting used to the new name.
Yeah,
Amber.
like
Linda.
Amber.
Linda. Who's Linda? Who's Amber?
Yeah, they just rushed out and they had cloaks on. They reminded me of the same cloaks that I remember before I ended up here.
So sounds like same guys that came out to us when we found Amber. The ones that King Gizzard fought off. Also, are you really a king?
Sure.
Okay. Your Highness. So yeah, I obviously, if they come out and they're looking for something, we haven't been caught so far and it's been a year, so we must be pretty good. But from what I found online, they are not good people at all. So we should do like Coley says and probably stay away from the library. What about Soho? Are there any things in Soho that we should not be like? We can do melee there, or just we can do magic one place, but melee the other? I don't understand how bad guys work.
Soho is a
silly place.
You know who runs that area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you just want to keep in mind how you interact with dragons.
I've heard really rough stories about dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should. Oh, I guess we should tell you guys, what these guys are, so that you kind of understand what we're getting into. So I believe that's the Council of Nine, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, you probably know way more than I do about them.
Why
Coley.
would you think that?
You said you knew a lot.
I said I was aware of a few things.
Do you not know anything about I only know what I found on them online.
I can tell you, they have dragons.
That's kind of a big thing, dragons. Your Majesty and Amber, do you guys know? Do you guys have dragons where you're from? Ooh, Jay is frozen. Hell yeah.
I love that he catches
the
up every
speed
now
up
and then, though. It's like,
I do too. It's so
I
great.
knew it was going to happen eventually.
It's so
it's
good.
been
It's
so magical.
good.
It's happened like 5 or 6
I
times.
hate it so much.
It's like you jump through time. It's so neat. But yeah, so,
Hey, so your question was really fast. Can you ask it again? Thanks.
sure,
Appreciate
absolutely.
it.
So do you guys have dragons where you guys come from?
It's kind of like. Never mind, I don't know that. The occasion you'd stumble on the occasional dragon, but not ever. Like, I don't own a dragon.
Oh, King Gizzard, is your lizard a dragon?
No, he's just a lizard.
Oh. And speed up. Wait for it.
Wait for it. It's coming.
If he talks really fast, that's what the lizard sounds like.
Yes, this will be canon.
Canon, 100%.
No, it's not coming through audio wise.
Aw, lame. You're back. You're good. Also, I love that we went all the way through that to you with your notebook in your mouth. That was perfect. Like, I should have screenshotted that. I'm happy we're recording this, FYI. So good.
The lizard said maybe. I had the whole conversation. I'm over it.
Perfect. Fantastic. I love it.
So good.
Yeah. So groovy. Dragons. So also, Shannon, I don't have anything on the Council of Nine.
That's all right.
So I'm blank there. I know a little bit, but not a lot.
I'll say this. I'll help Coley. Give me a history check with advantage.
I don't have any good dice tonight. They're all being mean. All of my rolls today have been low.
Yeah, the ones you did earlier, that was horrible.
Shoot. Wisdom?
No, just a history check.
Oh, history.
Your skills.
I rolled a 5.
Roll it again. Because, no, you get advantage. You roll it twice.
3.
I'll let you decide what you say to them, but yeah, the most you know is that, and I'll give this out there, the Council of Nine is 9 different boroughs that are all led by a different colored dragon, in a sense. Or dragonborns in different ways of that. And Soho is the Grey Dragons. They also go by the name of the Ashen Shadows.
Yeah. Does anybody have any precious stones on them?
That's a random question.
It's not, though.
very random.
You think I would still be living with Ma if I had precious gems?
They're kind of expensive.
Okay, but Greg, did you ever decide where my pawn shop is?
Yeah, your pawn shop is actually in I think it's the West Village, yeah, which is just north of Soho.
Okay, we need to swing by my pawn shop before we go to Soho.
Okay.
Okay.
During the subway ride, Vash looks at Amber and goes, "Well, we have a couple minutes while we ride. Do you know how you got here or why you ended up here?"
I'm still trying to figure that piece out. And if Kali could fill me in on the item she found, I might be able to give us more information.
What do you need to know about it? It fell down at your feet. I put it away for safekeeping. I have it.
Now that I'm here, I can keep it safe.
No, I'm good.
Is it a
I have
precious
a
stone?
question.
You can keep it safe in Waterdeep, and you can keep it safe when you got here. I got this.
We'll see.
Your Majesty, you had a question?
I want to know why Amber was running through Waterdeep with a curse in her hand, because that's what Carmilla von Snap said it was. This is a whole curse. That's not very safe or smart, or in my opinion, I don't know. It seems like a scary thing to do.
I mean, I wasn't cursed until I ran into a lizard. So I'm struggling with that one, and I think you might carry
Did you curse
a little
her?
more responsibility there.
He said maybe again. He's very good with his answer.
I think you all have more information than I do.
I got here just the same as you did.
I am feverishly taking notes on my phone.
All right. You guys follow Coley as you get off in the West Village. Take a few blocks down, and you see up on the right-hand side this big yellow sign that says Easy Pawn. Front door, or the window is covered in wrought iron. Front door is got a metal gate in front of it too as well. And Coley, you're able to go right up to it, turn key, unlock it, unlock a second one, unlock a third one, and then able to walk into your pawn shop. But describe what your pawn shop looks like on the inside for everybody as they walk in.
Yeah, so inside is just like all the walls are full, and there are rows of wooden racks that hold all kinds of different items that look like they've come and been collected from all over the world, and it's like super eclectic. Things are really disorganized, but I know exactly where they all are. And I turn to you all and I say, you can look, but do not touch. And then I go over, there's like this old antique desk that I use where, we have an iPad that flips over for people to be able to pay. Right next to it is an old-timey cash register. And then there's a glass insert inside of this long desk, and I've got some jewelry there. And then there's some glass cases back behind it that are all encased in wood. And there's some jewelry in there, and there's one big bowl of gemstones and precious rock pieces, or semi-precious ones. And I just grab a handful and I stick it inside of my bag and I close it up. All right, I think we're ready to go.
When she says don't touch anything, Vash is like holding on to like some doohickey and just like slowly puts it back on the shelf.
All right.
Perfect. You know that from here, to get to Soho, because you're almost on the border of Soho and the West Village, where you're at right now. You know from the address that, because I'll say Ivory gave you an address just to be nice and all this. You're not having to search everywhere. You know, you're about 6-7 blocks away. So at this point, it's faster to just walk down there than it is to go anywhere else. And so you kind of start heading into Soho, kind of the heart of Soho. And as you approach the heart of Soho, the city's noise really begins to kind of fade, and it's replaced by a quiet hum of this really fashionable neighborhood. There's just majestic buildings all around, but in particular, the one that you get to with address is a cast iron building, and it's a relic of like a bygone era. Its ornate facade is just kind of like architectural grandeur from the 19th century. It's got a black iron exterior, and it's adorned with scroll work all over, and large arched windows are all over its surface. And the city lights, as it's now become night, are just kind of reflecting off the windows and dancing before you. The entrance is flanked by 2 towering wrought iron lampposts, and their soft glow is illuminating a pair of heavy oak doors. And above the entrance, the building's number is displayed in an elegant gold leaf script. And as you draw closer, you can see the faint outline of a rooftop garden and a verdant oasis amidst this urban landscape is before you. And you know that from the notes you got, this is the residence of Carmilla von Snap, the Signora of Soho. The building exudes an air of quiet elegance and exclusivity. What do you guys want to do?
I have no idea who she is. So
I'm gonna go knock on the door.
in true New York style.
True New York style. And Ma, like, fuck this, I need to get Ma fixed.
Yep.
Knock on the door. You hear a little bit of noise on the inside, and suddenly the door opens, and standing before you is a gray dragonborn, but skinny and fairly tall. And he's in a tuxedo, little bow tie, white gloves on. He goes, "Can I help you?"
Vash jumps behind King Gizzard and goes, "Dragon!"
He kind of, he looks over at you and goes, "Yes, can I help you?"
We're here to see Coley. What's her name again?
Tell Camilla that Coley's here to see her.
Do
And I
you
brought
have
a
an
few friends.
appointment?
I'm gonna reach into my bag and I pull out one of the gray fluorite stones and say, "I think I have something that she might be interested in."
I don't know if she'd be interested in such a trinket, but I might.
All right.
He actually goes, "But others might," and he kind of holds out his hand and is looking off into the distance.
I'm gonna slide that into his hand.
Kind of closes over it, sticks it in his pocket. "I will tell the mistress that you are here. Please come in and have a seat." He walks you into the foyer, off to the side, into a little sitting room, and he says, "I shall return shortly. Don't touch anything. I'll know." And he heads off up the stairs, and you guys are sitting there in this very ornate sitting room. Everything is, there's green velvet seats that you guys are sitting on. The floor is this plush, just green carpeting. The walls are an emerald green with gold all around it too. And a huge, just mahogany bookshelf filled with books after books after books after books on it, lined up along it. And there's a fireplace there too, with a small fire that is drawn and just exuding a nice bit of warmth into the room, even though it's a hot New York City night at the moment. few minutes go by, and in walks Carmilla into the room. You see this tall, I would say Afro-Cuban woman with big curly black hair coming out over the top of it, and she is wearing a beautiful green, like almost crushed velvet, but not just jumpsuit. The top, I wouldn't say full jumpsuit, it's almost like a suit, so it has like a jacket on top and pants on bottom, full on stiletto heels, and she just walks into the room and sees there and goes, "Coley, it's been so long, what are you doing?"
Oh, I believe that we had some unfinished business from the last time I was here, and wanted to see if you'd be interested in possibly trading information for what it was you were looking for.
Oh, it's been so long, I don't know what you're talking about.
Does the gray moonstone ring any bells?
Actually, it does not. I've got so much going on in my life, Coley. You know that. I've got shows and fashion weeks and everything going on. I can't be keeping up with minor trinkets like this.
Of course. In that case, I don't think we have anything else to talk about today.
Well, that's such a shame. But it doesn't mean we can't have a drink.
Oh, wow, I don't know. What are you serving?
Whatever you would like. Bert! Come here, Bert! You see the gray dragonborn comes back in and says, "Yes, madam." She's like, "Get them whatever they want. Get them something to drink. We must have refreshments. It's not often I get to sit with my friend Coley." And she comes over and sits right down next to me and says, "So tell me, how are things going?"
Oh, you know. Little of this, little of that. The world goes around. I made a few new friends this year.
You did?
Got a couple of them here with me. Yeah.
Oh, I noticed them. This is an interesting ragtag group. I love ragtagness. It's great.
Yeah.
Very Yeezy.
So I should probably let them go ahead and introduce themselves. But forewarning, they really haven't had much experience with this area of the city, so forgive any of their
I know we look like we bite, but we only do if you ask. Sometimes.
Oh, she's 30. I like that. Hi, Carmilla. I'm Frankie.
Oh, wonderful, Frankie. I love to meet you. What a pleasure it is.
Vash, introduce yourself.
Staring at his phone, I'm Bash.
An Armatron. I have not seen an Armatron in years.
Bash looks up and goes, "Yeah, there's not a lot of us."
I know, and in Erda, of all places, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm so surprised we haven't met before. What circles do you go into? Have you been to any of the parties? Have you been to any of the socialite scenes? You would be a gas.
I spend most days indoors.
Interesting. But are there some inside, some outside, of course.
Only to work, really. Outside, no. I'm good.
Well, you ever let me know, I would love to have you on my arm some night.
Yeah, no thank you.
A free polish and everything.
No thank you.
We'll make this happen. And you, the one with the lizard.
Hi, I'm King Gizzard. This is the Lizard Wizard.
Lizard Wizard. Is he really a wizard?
Yeah. And
Does he whiz on the lizard?
at that point, he kind of sits up. He starts doing things with his hands, and then nothing happens.
Oh, the lizard does.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's so cute! I want one!
So do we all.
Bert, get me a lizard now. After my drink, so Bert. And then this one, I love the medieval attire. Most think it is out of fashion, but I think it's going to have a rave comeback. Leather is top of the list, my friend.
I just look down at the slowly moving timepiece around my neck. Amber.
Amber. I love it. Amber. Such an interesting stone to go with things. So, clearly, Coley, you came here for something other than some moonstone deal. I've got plenty of those in the drawer. What can I do for you? Nobody comes around my house at 11 o'clock at night if they don't need something.
Amber? And I look over at you with raised eyebrows.
You need Amber? She's right there. Seems the lizard's got everybody's tongue.
Okay. Then Frankie's gonna interject and just be like, okay, so here's what happened. So Amber, she was asleep for a long time,
Okay.
and then last year he made her this fancy necklace, and the necklace woke her up, which was cool. But then that made Ma fall asleep. So apparently there's a curse or something. We need you to remove the curse so that way my Ma can wake up and Amber doesn't go back to sleep, because I really don't want to lug her around anymore. No offense, Amber, you're cool, but it's a lot. So can you help us?
Interesting. So I'm a little fuzzy here on some parts, but it sounds like she's cursed. But she's not right now?
She's cursed, but this little trinket thingy that Vash made her woke her up. But apparently it just transferred the curse to Ma? Or I don't. Vash, help me out here, babe.
So I went and got some pixie dust, and I made an awakening stone, and I put it on Amber to wake her up, and it woke her up. But apparently it had some side effects, and now Frankie's mother is currently out cold, and we don't know when she's supposed to wake up. We met another pixie at a bar who told us to speak with you because she said that you would probably be able to help us to figure out what we can do to permanently remove this curse from either Frankie's mom or Amber.
Interesting.
Ivory sent us.
Oh, Ivory! Oh my gosh, I haven't seen her in a week. Oh, how is she doing?
She's hungry.
Always. Hungry
Always.
for fashion, life, food. Insatiable. I love it. Okay. So, sounds like we have a curse on our hands. But we need to remove a curse. And you said, I'm interested, Vash. You use this timepiece with a little bit pixie dust. I'm sorry, I haven't touched pixie dust since the 80s. But in particular, you're saying the combination of the two is... I'm trying to pinpoint how you determined what the curse was to overcome this.
So I used deduction, and she was asleep. So I figured the curse was a sleep curse. So I put together the pixie dust within the lining of the actual pocket watch. And then once that was within the actual cogworks, I was told that once I turned it, I would have a temporary fix for however long the watch would take. So we did start it this morning, but based off of how long it's been, looks like we've got about 48 hours and probably less since we started this morning.
Okay. Well, I do love removing a good curse, but you have to understand, I always like a little bit of a trade in this. It's not fun if I just take off the curse. So, what you willing to give in this particular case?
Oh,
You can't have the lizard.
Yeah, the lizard stays. We need the wizard. Yeah. His Majesty needs it.
Are you sure? Because that's an easy trade right there.
He even told me no.
I mean, a lizard that does magic. Could you
Coley
imagine it?
Coley has a lot of rocks. I think you guys like rocks.
I'm gonna turn and look at him with big ass eyes and be like, what the fuck?
What do you mean by you guys?
You, the dragons.
I'm not a dragon. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was assuming since the guy at the front was a dragon. You would be a dragon too.
Oh, I just like living in Soho. I've been around all the time, but you think I'm part of the council wouncil, whatever that is?
Right? Yeah. The council.
No. They leave me alone, and I let them be.
I spend most of my time in the financial district. I don't get out much. Sorry.
Oh, down in Stronghorns area. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, from that response, it sounds like you know him.
Yeah.
Say hi.
Okay.
Anyways, so we've got a curse, and we've got to get rid of
a
it.
Tahitian pearl bracelet.
Those are so out of style, Coley. Are you kidding me? I've got all the clothing I need.
Vogue?
I've got all the clothing I need.
No. The Tahitian pearl bracelet.
Oh,
I'm gonna reach in my bag and pull it out.
I'm not into jewelry right now. I mean, I'm very Chanel if you think of it that much. Coco, she would always say, take the last thing off. And I'm like, take the last 3 things off, if you get what I mean. So.
Wasn't she like a white supremacist supporter?
Oh yeah, she was horrible. That's why I don't follow what she said. Anyways.
Your logic isn't tracking.
She said take 1. I say take 3. Totally different. Anyways. So we don't want to give up the wizard.
Well, what are you interested in trading for? What have you been looking for recently?
I've been really into children's laughter a lot lately. But I don't think you guys have any of that.
I don't know. How old are you, Amber?
Older than you.
I doubt that.
Older than me.
Does anybody have any good memories they want to, get rid of? Like a fun, like you remembering your parents or something like that. It's been a while.
Vash just looks at Coley. Uh-oh.
Just saying.
Vash looks at Frankie. Uh-oh.
I mean, I've collected misery for years. I'm now in a little bit of a joy phase, I like to catch some joy, if that makes sense. I mean, Frankie, it feels like this might be a little bit, offsetting, but it could work if we just made you forget about your mother. Then it doesn't matter if she's awake or alive. Seems like you have good memories of her.
She's an Italian mother in New York. Like, good feelings, good memories. That's my ma, and you can't take my ma.
Such a shame. That would have been an easy trade right there. What else do you guys have?
How bad do we need to make this trade?
Ma's asleep. We need to wake up Ma.
And we probably want to break the curse on Amber pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
Will I get my memory back eventually, or is it gone forever?
Oh, darling. Yes, I guess I could give it back, but then that would be giving the curse back as well.
Okay. Just one memory, correct?
If it's powerful enough memory, then yes.
Is it tied to other
But if
memories?
you'd tell me I had a really good ice cream today and it made me happy. No, but if you said, I want all the memories of ice cream ever and the joy of it in the future gone, then that's a great trade right there. But that's ice cream. If you have one powerful memory, that.
Wait, I don't know. That sounds like a great diet plan. So you're saying I can make it so that I don't like ice cream anymore?
Not all sweets. Now that I know that that's what you're trying to trick me on, I don't think I'll do that trade with you, my friend.
Well, I'm just trying to understand the mechanics of how this works.
I need joy, and I will replace the curse.
And you're telling me these
I got-
shiny bracelets don't bring you joy? They bring me joy. Coley, I don't know why you're not giving me these things.
I have so many of those. Like,
Frankie,
I've collected jewelry for
Frankie.
years.
I got it. You
Gizzard,
can have
you
my.
experience joy in your life?
Yeah. You can have my daughter's 3rd birthday.
Oh, now that sounds palatable, my friend.
Vash looks at Coley. Help! It's again.
You said you needed it.
Do you mind if I get a little bit of a taste first?
Is there? No.
Wait,
No.
where-
Oh.
Why are we here?
Do you know any other way to break this curse besides trading you joy?
I'm not taking all his joy, but this sounds like a very good memory.
I'm sure it does, but we're not trading joy today.
Well, then I don't know how to help you,
It's
Coley.
on the table. I'm willing to give it if it'll help.
Let me just hold your hand real quick. I'm not going to take it. I just want to taste it. Think about it really quickly. Let me hold it. Oh. Oh, that's a good one. Yes. That's a very good memory.
Wait, hold on. First of all, Gizzard, you're a father? You have a daughter.
Okay. No, I will give you the memory of when I found the purple amethyst.
Roll for deception, Coley. Before she goes to hold your hand to take a test.
Hmm. Nine.
Okay. She reaches out and says, let me taste. And holds your hand. Does it for a second and goes, that's a good one, Coley, but how about a little bit more? Maybe every experience of you finding something fantastic.
That's not gonna work. I'll give you
'Cause
the purple
that-
amethyst and the green emerald.
I'm
It's okay.
that's like
let
that's
me,
like
let me give-
smelling a meal, whereas his is a full 5-course dining extravaganza at a Michelin 3-star restaurant.
How long have we
Let
known
me give
each
mine.
other?
I've known you as long as I've been here.
Mm-hmm.
If I give you this memory, will it completely erase every memory I've had of my daughter, or just that?
Oh no, dear darling, no. Just that one. You'll still remember your darling. But that particular
that
one
experience,
will be gone.
naturally.
But trust me, it'll be in safe
it.
hands.
You know what, Gizzard, hold on. We're trying to bring my mom back. I feel like I'm the one that should be trying to give something up, not you.
That's okay.
It's
I'm
not.
willing
I
to
just
do it.
found out
It's-
something about you that is nice. So I think you should keep
It's
that.
not-
You have a lot of nice
it's-
things.
Just a quick note. You're not from here, so it's probably not fair for you to give something up. Lady, can you see my memory really quick? I'll trade. Mine's pretty much easy. And he holds his hand out.
She holds it. What are you trying to trade?
I'm
Are you
texting
messing-
you right now.
Okay.
I don't say anything out loud.
Okay.
I'm messaging you right now.
I just read your previous message. And she holds your hand and goes, wow. I would take that one too.
There, go for it. Doesn't move, just holds his hand out.
Bash, what are you doing? I said I could give something up. It's my mom we're trying to bring back. I should be the one to bring something up.
No, it's fine. I don't need this one.
She going once, going twice, and sold.
Nice.
So she goes, well, seems like nobody's against this. Sure you don't want to throw in taking a little stroll with me to one of the socialite events instead?
No, thank you.
Instead, Bash.
All right then. She holds your hand, and that moment you just see her, and a little glowing orb in her hand. She takes that and kind of opens up and puts it in her pocket, and then she turns to Amber and goes, all right, now for you, my dear. Snaps her fingers and goes, should be fine. In fact, yes, Ma is waking up as we speak.
That was it?
Well, there's a lot more behind it than that. It's all in the flare of the snap. It takes millennia to be able to do it like this.
It took me a year to make that pocket. Whatever. Okay,
You'll
lady.
get there
Just
someday.
turns around and walks away. He's just mad, just angry, just as mad as a person with no personality could be. Just like, okay.
And she goes, I will throw in this to be certain. Whatever brought you here and caused that level of a curse, I'd be very, very careful with. And I'll just leave it at that.
Is there a way that we could find out more about it somewhere? You seem pretty knowledgeable.
I'm always willing to trade.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Well, with that being said, you guys have a wonderful evening. I know we didn't have drinks, but come on, we weren't going to drink anyways. Have a great night, and if you ever need anything, don't ever hesitate to come by. You know where I live now, and with that, we end for the night.
Bash just goes, no thank you.
Don't worry, Vash. I'll always have you here.
Oh.
I love that no matter what you do, Craig loves you.
Yeah, I
He's the one that
know.
offered up crap at that moment.
I had to top Jay's, so like, oof. All right. So I just don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
At all. Okay.
It's that creation day. We'll put it that
Okay.
way.
Fair.
So, you don't.
Nothing at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So, with that being said, thanks for everyone if you're watching.
You made it this far.